Now, after strength training, we move into stretching because stretching can start to release some of the adrenaline that gets built up. When we're doing strength training, even though our goal is to stay calm and relaxed, tense only what is needed, however, adrenaline sometimes can still spike up. Sometimes we're in the moment or we have a lot of energy and we're just pushing a little harder. So to ensure that we don't have adrenaline when we are doing breathing, especially meditation, because you're not going to get into a deep state. It will stop you right away. But to ensure that, stretching becomes the third training method. So to relax or to balance strength training. Okay, so that's why we have stretching right after. Another reason why is because we just created a lot of tension in the muscles. And with the tension in muscles, there's also lactic acid buildup. It's like a lactic acid, it's like a chemical in the body that lets you know when to stop. So it builds up as we are using our muscle. Without the buildup, we don't know when to stop. We will just keep going until our muscles get damaged, until we create tears that hurt the muscle, create injury. So lactic acid is actually a protection mechanism. It's a way to let us know you need to slow down, you need to take a break. And this is how we experience burning. All my muscles burn when I'm doing this movement after a certain period. If your muscles are very weak, burning happens very quickly. And that's good, because if it didn't, again, you would injure yourself. So, but this chemical, it stays in the muscle. It sometimes doesn't move. You get really pumped. They kind of just stay in there. So people get massages, for example, to remove lactic acid from the body. It's something that needs to leave the body. We feel a lot of soreness, as a result of it. But then when we stretch afterwards, it helps the body recover faster by removing this lactic acid. So it's another benefit of doing stretching after strength training. And another thing is it helps us with mobility, because when we do strength training, our body literally gets tighter. So we are looking on releasing tension in the practice, and we want to also maintain or increase mobility. So we need to stretch. So it helps balances out. If we were to stretch right after strength training, like I was mentioning earlier, your body's warmed up and you're able to go a little bit deeper. So it's easier to go deeper, which helps you increase your flexibility. If you were to stretch independently by itself, you would have to first go through the warm-up phase before you get to the point where your body's warm and you can go deeper. After strength training, you go deeper right away. Like I mentioned, so much so to where you actually have to be careful how deep you go, because you can go much, much deeper. So that's another benefit of doing stretching afterwards.